welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim if you're new here, and I am going to do a weekend prep with me. So it's I'm going to be prepping some food this weekend for the upcoming week. I've really wanted to start doing this prepping on the weekends so that I have a little bit more time during the week to focus on other things and not have cooking all the time hanging over my head. Now I will still have to be making meals, the dinners, the breakfasts, the lunches, but I'm hoping that this will help me kind of stay ahead of the game and get less stressed. I will be making some baked goods, things for the week for breakfast and snacks, and then prepping some meals or parts or ingredients that I need for the meals for this upcoming week. It is Saturday and we are gonna make food for the week, honestly. Not all the food, but just things that I don't get time to make when we are busy during the week, and it'd be really nice to have quick snacks that are homemade. So we have lots of little pretzel chunks that no one really likes to eat, and I wanted to think of a way to use them, so I went online and I found a recipe for these granola bars that have pretzels in them, and Keely is helping me crush them up, and she's going to kind of be learning how to make these. We are now mixing up the peanut butter, honey, coconut oil, and brown sugar.
And vanilla.
And vanilla. That's what makes it smell so delicious. For some reason, the peanut butter and the vanilla is amazing together. We've got, now it's bubbling, and we have to stir it for about 2 minutes, and then we're gonna pour it over the dry ingredients. Go, hold on. Scoop all that in. Yeah, scrape it all really good.
You missed your spot.
Oh, she's doing great. Just scoop it all. I'll come help in just a second. So the mixture, the dry mixture, is oatmeal, Rice Krispies, and crushed up pretzels. And then we just, that kind of looks like it's scorched a bit on the bottom, so don't get, maybe it just turned caramely. Let me check that out. And then we're gonna mix it all up and put it in the prepared pan with parchment paper. We got it all out of the pan, and now we're just mixing it up. And then after we pour it in the pan, we're gonna sprinkle some mini chocolate chips on it. Let's see that, there we go. Mini chocolate chips, and press it down, put it in the refrigerator until it cools. Then we can cut it, and then we'll keep them in the refrigerator so they're not too sticky. Lots of homemade granola bars get really gooey unless you do baked granola bars, but we like our granola bars kind of chewy. Yeah. So we're gonna do the no bake kind, but they'll have to be in the fridge until we eat them. And then we sprinkled the chocolate chips over top and then pressed it in, and they're ready for the fridge. The next thing we prepped is this blueberry custard pie. The reason I chose this for today is because I had a frozen pie crust in the freezer, and I'm trying to get my freezers cleared out. This custard pie is super duper easy, and it's yummy. And yeah, so we're gonna pop it in the oven and move on to the next thing that we are going to be working on. I think it's gonna be strawberry bars. Yay. Strawberry bars are up next. I got some strawberries, and they were on a pretty decent sale, but they're getting a little bit old. They're not beautiful. They look actually a lot prettier on camera than they look in real life. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to film much of during the strawberry bars. Things got a little crazy, and I just wanted to get them done. And then this is the pie completed, and I need to get that in the refrigerator for now. But here is what we've done so far. We still have the granola bars in the fridge I need to pull out and cut. And then we will see what else I get done, because I think it's time to work on some food for dinner tonight. Next up is bacon. So I'm going to put some of this bacon. I pulled it out of the freezer yesterday, and I'm going to put it on the pans and put it in the oven. I like to cook it in the pans in the oven for, I don't know how long, but at 375, it makes the best bacon as long as I don't forget it in the oven. I like to have the bacon made like this, and then once it cools, I put it in the refrigerator so that I can pull it out easily for some quick breakfast sandwiches or some breakfast meat. My husband and my boys tend to like to have breakfast meat with their eggs in the morning. While the bacon's cooking, I'm working on some lemon zucchini bread. Now, I don't have any zucchini from my garden just yet, even though it's pretty late in the year because I plant my zucchini late. But I have some zucchini shredded in the freezer that I'm going to use for this. This is one of our favorite recipes. I don't remember where I found it, but it makes 2 pans, 2 loaves of lemon zucchini bread, and it's very yummy and very moist. 1 pan of bacon is done, and I have the lemon zucchini bread ready to go in. I topped it with some streusel that I had left over from the pie that I made. So I thought it was a good way to use up that item and not have it just sitting in my refrigerator so I forget about it. I tend to do that with streusel or random stuff that I have left over, and I want to stop that. So I'm very happy that I found a way to use that topping. I'm going to put it in the oven on 350 for about an hour now. Both trays of bacon are done now, and I have the lemon zucchini bread in the oven about ready to be pulled out. And then I accidentally thawed an extra bag of zucchini than I needed for the zucchini bread, so I made some, I made some zucchini brownies. They're really good. I made them last year. It's a little bit different of a recipe because there's not a lot of wet ingredients, and the zucchini makes up for most of it. There's a little bit of oil, but then it's all dry ingredients except for the zucchini, and it's a really cool process. They taste just like brownies, and you can't really tell there's zucchini in them. So it's a great way to get some veggies in. I am going to get the bacon put up. I'm going to switch, I'm going to get the zucchini bread out, put the brownies in, then I'm going to kind of clean up. You know, when you do lots of prepping, there's lots of dishes. The dishes are done, so now it's time to make more dirty dishes. Next up is cooking some sausage patties. Here's some ground sausage that I pattied and I am cooking up. It'll be really great for breakfasts to have in the refrigerator, and then I can just heat it in a pan while I'm cooking some eggs, and it's really great for either breakfast sandwiches or to eat with hard-boiled eggs or fried eggs, or even just by itself. I know sometimes I've gotten hungry enough and I haven't had food ready that I've just munched on a sausage patty while I'm waiting for my eggs to cook or something, and it really helps tide me over. Normally I'm the last person to eat just because I am the one cooking. I don't want to make my food first and then let it sit there and get cold. So sometimes these are a big lifesaver to just have cooked up in the refrigerator. So we are racing to the finish here. I got the sausage patties done, got some zucchini for dinner prepped. Then I have my last thing I'm baking today is going to be some baked oatmeal for breakfasts. I wouldn't normally have pushed through and made this, but it's going to be very, very hot this week, like close to 100 degrees for a few days this week. And I don't want to turn the oven on any more than I have to. So I'm going to do everything all in one go here. And I've already had the oven on. The house is already hot. Let's just make some baked oatmeal. My husband took pity on me and he came in and helped. He deboned these chicken carcasses. I have the meat here I'm going to use for a meal this week, and I'm going to make some broth. I was going to make broth today, but that's not happening. I am about done. I have no more energy left. Well, I have a little bit energy left, enough to finish the projects I have going and finish dinner. Here's the baked oatmeal ready to go in the oven. That is my last project in the kitchen for today, aside from washing more dishes. Always with the dishes. But I prepped a lot of food this weekend. Okay, so we are done in the kitchen. I have worked very hard to do more than I normally do. This is not a regular thing for me, like I said in the beginning or at some point in the video, that this is something that I want to start doing more. I've always wanted to do kind of a big weekend prep, and it hasn't ever been something I've pushed to do, or I've given up. You know, I've done a few things and not done all of it. So I want to thank you for watching and motivating me to get all this work done in the kitchen. I'm sure my family appreciates that I followed through. We have lots of food for this week, and I'm very happy for that. It'll take a lot of stress out of food prep for this week. I didn't get everything done, but my husband thinks I was a little too ambitious, and maybe I was. Maybe if I do this more, I'll realize what I can handle and what I can't in a weekend. I'm very happy with what I accomplished today, and I hope this motivated you or even gave you some ideas for things that you might want to prep and have on hand. If there are any of the things that I made today that you want to see a video, like a step-by-step, a more in-depth on, let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to go through and show you how I do recipes. It is very warm in here. I don't turn the AC on very high, very low. I don't keep the house very cool when I'm cooking like this during the summer because I don't want the AC trying to keep up with the heat that the oven's pumping out. So now it's time to cool this house down and eat some dinner. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please consider subscribing, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.